Everybody knows the Schumann Resonance, 7.83 Hertz, this magic frequency. But what can we do with it? Is it possible to make a radio with it? You found the right video. You see the equipment. I worked a lot. But now I can share the experiment. I mean, the Schumann Resonance is the heartbeat of our Earth. It is everywhere. And this very low frequency goes through everything, through rocks, through water. This is the way they behave. And this special frequency, 7.83 Hertz, that is exactly between the alpha and the theta brainwaves. Yes, there is a lot of magic involved. And as everything is exposed, it has its effect. But sometimes in our modern life, the noise gets bigger. And this special frequency has not this effect like 2000 years ago. And when I talked on water, water is very receptive. Not just the rain, not just the rivers, not just the oceans. We are also made 75% out of water. And we know it. We can bless water. We say cheers. We can speak to water. And here comes the topic of this video. We can speak to a glass of water. But what happens? We speak, the sound goes through the air, it has to pass the glass and then goes inside the water. First it has contact to the water, which is connected to the glass, and then it has to go inside the glass. And this is a long way. What means whenever the sound passes another medium, the air to the glass, glass to the water, it will be reflected and it loses its intensity. Okay, we still have our thought. This is another energy that might go directly. But there is something very special. Structurizing water. Water has ions, plus and minus. And a magnetic field can restructure all these ions in a new way. And this is what we do in this video. We will talk to the water, not just by sound, but also magnetically, electromagnetically. And we will combine it with the Schumann frequency, 7.83 Hertz. Wow! What means we talk to the glass just with the real sound and over an electromagnetic field. And this field is produced by this coil. We produce a strong electromagnetic field, which supports the sound. It will be much louder. It will be way more powerful than my voice. But this is the most effective way we can inform, structurize water. So we have an oscilloscope here that we can see the waveform, that we can see the modulation. We have the coil and we have a spectrum analyzer that we can see what is happening here through the coil, in the room, in the whole room. And as you see, everything is clean. There's no noise. We have all the place for our experiment. That's why we put the first signal in the air. Here we have it. So this is always a little slower because he has to scan. Now we have it. This is our carrier. And what are we doing? I talked on the 7.83 Hertz, but we will use the 10th octave, 8017.92 Hertz. And we need a carrier. Imagine you are on a stage talking to a microphone. It's quite loud, but after a distance from 5 kilometers, no one will hear what you're doing on the stage. Over a certain distance, the sound will vanish. But when we do it over a radio, you can easily get 100 kilometers on shortwave, the whole world. We can even talk to other planets with parabol antennas. And the electromagnetic waves go with light speed. So this frequency, 8017.92, is the 10th octave, just an overtone of 7.83 Hertz. And as we just need this frequency for our radio to work, we can even reduce the carrier, because this is just to select the frequency. And now we reduce the carrier and it will disappear. But it's still there. Just the energy doesn't go out. And now we make the following. We get the 7.83 Hertz, the Schumann frequency, and we will put it on this hidden carrier. Ta 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 ta. Here we have it. This is the pulsing of the 7.83 Hertz. Here you can see it also on the LEDs. You can see it. It's not that fast. 7.83 times in a second. This is easy. So, and this is the signal that we are producing. Looks nice, right? What means? Now we have the radio. We are transmitting roughly on 8 kilohertz in our hearing range over this coil, and we can think this is just the music. We have the station, we are broadcasting. Our music is the 7.83 Hertz. And what do you know? From a radio, there's a host. And we can even modulate our voice together with the 7.83. Isn't this a wonderful combination? So why did I delete the 8K carrier? It is just to get into the air. Imagine like rocket science. There was the Artemis mission. They launched the rocket, but the rocket was just there to get this thing into space, to get the frequency, the energy in the ether. And then, when the capsule is in space, they just throw the rocket away. And we make the same. We just throw the carrier away. It helps us to get to space. And now we are free. So now I would say I will get my glass of water. I put it in the coil, directly in the strong field. And now we inform the water. So when I switch on the microphone, I put good thoughts in the water. Love. You can see it. Love and abundance. Love and abundance. Whoever drinks this water will get a healthy body. This water brings ideas. This water brings nice people. It is full of love. And this water shares love. Love. Abundance. Love. Abundance. Health. Richness. richness, richness. This glass is quite full. We can even turn the music off. So we can turn the 7.83 Hertz off. What means we just have the voice in the air, in the ether, in the water, like a radio host. He tells you a story. He is just talking to you without the music. And we are doing the same. We are using the hidden carrier of the Schumann frequency that brought us to the frequency. And now we are informing the water. And you see, the field is quite strong. It fills the whole room. And we are working here because I have a lot of machines here. I can't turn the power that strong, but normally I make it in another room where I don't have all the equipment. There I will put the power. I even made a big coil. I showed you in the comments. I showed you my big coil. This is a big coil. This is made for immense power. But in this case, I don't even use the coil the way it should be used. So now I'm talking a lot of stuff in the water, but I talk everything with good intention. I will drink the water. You can use the water to feed your plants, when you make your soup, when you make your coffee, your tea. You can even use it to clean the floor. Yes, my friends, we are using the Schumann frequency. We go to the ether. We inform water. I don't know what the water will be good for after the treatment. I will use this for everything. And here you can see the modulation that is filling the space. Yes, my dear friends, let's turn the music on, the 7.83 Hertz. Very slow music. And let's inform the water once again. Love, abundance, health, whoever drinks this water, good ideas, beneficial ideas. Let's inform success. Success. This is the wave of success. And this is the wave of love. Okay, my dear friends. Now, you know what we can do with the Schumann frequency. Believe me, there are endless possibilities. The variety of frequencies is so amazing. And I think this will bring me to way more good ideas. And I will keep you updated. Thank you so much for watching another experiment. It's always a pleasure to go beyond the limits, and especially structurizing water is so important. How will it taste? I nearly forgot to drink the water in the video. I already shared this. The water is so soft, and so many people say the same. The water becomes more fluid. It tastes sweeter and it is softer. Yeah. I will produce more. Okay. Yes, I could do this endlessly. And let's see what else comes. I have a playlist for Schumann frequency, for informing water, affirmations. We are just affirming the water. We are blessing the water. I even have my magic water playlist, cleaning the energy of water, cleaning energy with water. It's all in my archive. Once I said to a person, when you watch my Schumann playlist, you become a Schumann frequency professional. Thank you so much for watching. So I meet you in my other videos. Have a wonderful day. Where do we start?